in the league at defending isolation plays. That's why the Clippers are my choice to make it to the NBA Finals out of the West.
And McAdoo gets a standing ovation. He well deserves it.
The Lakers are going to run.
Cummings comes up after the miss off the block and then knocks it away. From behind, and here they come on the break. Over Kareem, the big guy. Cummings.
See, Cummings missed that one, went right back.
San Diego Sports Arena operator Peter Graham said he was disappointed in the Clippers' decision to move to Los Angeles, but not surprised. He said he heard about it last Friday, and Graham said he is optimistic.
Garrick looks inside now to Benjamin, takes it in there at the base. 16 puts up way short. The rebound is to Benjamin. This shouldn't be short. Give to Garrick. Under to Manning. Manning scores after fumbling the ball. Nice pass. Surprise.
Puts the period on the evening. The Clippers will advance to the second round of the NBA playoffs. The drought is over.
The Western Conference Finals are set. The Phoenix Suns will take on the Dallas Mavericks.
And Mike D'Antoni and Mike Dunleavy shaking hands. Gasol and Odom together. They lose their spacing. There's that aggressiveness with that unit. Odom with a great save. When they play this hard.
With the first pick in the 2009 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Clippers select Blake Griffin.
Due to continued soreness, the Clippers announced Griffin had been shut down for the season this afternoon. It was thought that Griffin's return would have been a big boost for the Clippers' playoff chances. The team has played well.
Off in the bottom half of the circle.
You know what? I hate to say this. That wasn't the greatest stuff.
But the presentation was pretty fun.
Yeah, but listen.
I think it's a great fit for the Clippers. I think the Hornets got an awful lot back. Getting Eric Gordon, and that guy I think is a future all-star multiple times. Eventually 23, 20 to 25 points.
This team is no joke. As far as I'm concerned, the Los Angeles Clippers have officially become one of the top 4 teams in the Western Conference.
Physical game.
The fans can hardly believe what they just saw. Ball a little out of control down the other end. Griffin shot, banks it in, and a foul. The crowd upset. They thought Chris Paul traveled. He stayed with the play. No timeouts left. 1.7 seconds. Williams can't get a shot off, and that's how the Clippers season ends 102-99.
Huge fan of, and this was a place I've always looked at like, wow, they're really putting it together, and just to be a part of that, to have Chris Paul call me and
it's great, this is like the first thing we kind of do as a team, so it's cool for everybody to be here and we can, joke around, taking the pictures or whatever it is. It's a lot of fun.
Here comes Chris Paul. The lob. A jam! Oh, what a monster jam by DeAndre Jordan! Oh, what a beautiful fake on the pass. Count the basket and a foul. He faked it between the legs, put it in and drew a foul.
That's not fair.
So we transition to the Los Angeles Clippers. They traded a conditional first-round pick in 2015 for Doc Rivers. A humongous win for the Clippers.
And, when I first found out that there was a possibility the Clippers could do a sign and trade, I was thrilled. And
if we're going to win, those guys that you see up there are going to be responsible for us taking down one of their pitchers and putting up our own bat.
Gets it back. Slammed down! What a play over Humphries! Welcome to my poster! Lobs out of nowhere!
The Los Angeles Clippers have won Game 7. And they advance to the second round with tears of joy on the face of their first-year coach, Doc Rivers. Paul with the jumper. Yes! Clutch jump shot by Chris Paul. The Oklahoma City Thunder have come from 15 back.
The Clippers can finally get back to the business of trying to bring a championship of their own to Los Angeles. Doc Rivers, Chris Paul, and Blake Griffin and the rest of the Clippers believe this is the year they get it done.
6 seconds to go now. Blake Griffin will turn. Shoot a three for the win. Foul. They go.
second left. Clippers by 2.
128-95. So the Clippers with a 3-1 lead in the series. They've scored 117, 109, 124, and now 128.
Houston was out. They were on the mat. They were down 89-70. They went on a 49-18 run in the last 14 and a half minutes.
Comeback is complete. The Houston Rockets will play in their first conference final in 18 years as they win Game 7, wire to wire.
I'm not worried about spreading the minutes around as much as I'm worried about winning. If we can do both, that's great. You know, it's a long year. You want to preserve.
CP3. JJ has it. Fires in time for the win. The Clippers win! Clippers were dealing with 2 major injuries, Chris Paul's broken right hand and Blake Griffin aggravating a left quad injury that sidelined him for half the season. Doc Rivers saying it didn't look good for either player.
Blake Griffin's one of the greatest dunkers we've ever seen. DeAndre Jordan is a physical marvel. Chris Paul, one of the best floor generals the game has ever known.
Blake Griffin and a foul.
Plumlee just late rotating over. Give it to Plumlee, would have just ducked and gotten out of the way.
And he'll end up 4th in that category of three-point makes. They call him the truth for a reason, because he was one of the greatest finishers that...
Well, it's huge. It weakens the Rockets bench, obviously, but you're getting an elite player. Chris Paul is an elite NBA player worth more than the max contract.
Los Angeles Clippers have done a sign and trade to acquire Danilo Gallinari. They've gotten the Hawks involved. Atlanta will get Jamal Crawford.
Didn't know anything. I pretty much found out when everybody else found out. So, yeah, it just kind of took a second to realize, okay, like, everything's changing.
Milo, what a pass! What a pass! Two-hand pass over his left shoulder. I have no idea how he knew DeAndre was there.
They're like that old girlfriend. He's changed.
1 year, $24+ million deal with
He's
the Mets.
different now.
It was not long ago. People were locking it.
Seconds to go, tie game, seatbelts are fastened. Lou Williams for the win. Bingo!
Oh my goodness.
And the respect from the coaches, from the players, as the Golden State Warriors win in 6 games and now...
Kawhi watch appears to be over. Reports that the former Raptors player and playoff MVP has signed with the Los Angeles Clippers.
They traded for Paul George tonight, and they are sending to Oklahoma City essentially a record collection of draft picks.
This Clippers team, I'm telling you right now, will win a championship, and I believe that will happen this year. And when that happens, you will create... This season. When that happens, they will create new fans in LA.
Kawhi aggressive to the right.
This kick out doesn't hesitate. Wow. He went up top on that one right there, Brian.
LA Clippers advance to the second round, led by Kawhi Leonard. More greatness in the postseason. The 2 longtime friends, Rick Carlisle and Doc Rivers.
Los Angeles Clippers are going to win it 96-85. They'll go up 3-1 in this Western Conference semifinal matchup against the Denver Nuggets. 1 game away from moving on to the conference final.
As they win yet another Game 7. A shocking upset. They eliminate the heavily favored Clippers here in the second round, and an historic series win. 6-0 in elimination games.